guys, it's Gigi. Come on into my kitchen. I have had a request, a birthday request for a coconut cake. So I am going to be making a coconut cake, and I'm going to be real quick about it because I need to get it in the oven and then let it completely cool and do all the things so that I can put the icing on it. But I've had a request from my sweet neighbor who supplies me with all of my farm fresh eggs. Well, tomorrow is her birthday, and her children get her a coconut cake every year for her birthday. Well, I shared a part of my coconut cake before when I made one in the past, and so they have requested that I do a coconut cake. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be doing it for my sweet neighbor. So let's just jump right in. I'm going to angle you down. Don't pay no attention to me. You just want to see what I'm doing, but I'll tell you step by step what I'm doing. Right now I've got my KitchenAid stand mixer out, so I'm going to angle you down. Okay, we have got our Duncan Hines cake mix, and I'm not going to be following. You can use a white cake mix or the butter golden. Makes no difference. Today I'm using the classic white, and I'm going to infuse coconut into each layer. I've done this video with you. Looks like you're a little bit crooked. I've done this video with you before. I made my mother a coconut cake for Mother's Day, if you remember. But I've gotten a lot of new followers since then. So I'm going to try to pre-record this again and show my new followers exactly what I do. So let's jump right in. I've got one box of the classic white Duncan Hines. Okay, and to this, I'm going to add 1 cup. Like I said, I'm not going to follow the instructions on the box, but I'm going to be using 1 cup of coconut water. I'm going to be using 1 capful. Like I said, I'm infusing coconut flavor into every layer, but I'm going to be using a capful of my coconut extract. Maybe just a tad bit more. Okay. And then I'm going to use, this is 100% pure liquid coconut oil. So instead of vegetable oil, I'm going to be using a 1/2 of a cup of coconut oil. Okay, and then I am going to add also into that, I'm going to break 4 eggs, one at a time. These are room temperature eggs. Just like to keep my little box here for my little trash can as I go. That's my oven you hear, preheated to 350 degrees. Little bit of a shell, so we'll get that out. There we go. Third egg. And the last egg. I can smell that coconut flavor already. It smells so good. Okay, now let's get this mixed up, locked in place. Start off on low. I've got my baking dish already lightly greased. Okay, we have got our batter ready. We're gonna pour it into our greased baking dish and get it popped in the oven at 350 degrees. And get that last little bit out of there. Don't want to waste any of that goodness. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to pop this into the oven, and I will be back when it is coming out clean with a toothpick. The cake is baked all the way through. I'll come back and we'll move on to the next step. While our cake is in the oven baking, what we're going to do next is we're going to put 1 can of the Coco Lopez. This is the cream of coconut, okay? We're going to put 1 can of the cream of coconut. We're going to mix that with 1 can of Carnation sweetened condensed milk, okay? I'm going to go ahead and get that ready and get that whipped up, because when our cake comes out, we're going to poke holes in our cake, and then we're going to pour this creamy coconutty goodness into each of the holes and let that cake absorb and soak up that cream of coconut, okay? All right, let me get this ready, and then I'll come back and we'll mix it up together. Okay, let's pour our cream of coconut, and you'll see all the oil will come out. It's got all that cream settled on the top. Here comes the coconut oil, and it'll eventually just work its way out. There it is. Yeah, this right here really truly is what makes this cake. Get all that coconut oil out of there. And I'll just go ahead and tell you, there's not absolutely one thing healthy about this cake. Not one thing. But it is a delicious cake, okay? And then into that, we're gonna pour our sweetened condensed milk in with our cream of coconut. And then we are gonna whisk these two together. I have changed my attachment on my KitchenAid, and we're gonna whisk this together and until it's creamy and mixed together really good, so that when we pour it, it'll be well mixed up. Want to make sure we get all of it though, okay? And there we go. Okay. Give my hand a little rinse because that's a little sticky. You can also, sometimes I bake, but I had the cream of, the Coco Lopez cream of coconut, but you can also buy this real infused Exotics Royal Coconut, cream of coconut. You can also buy it in this container as well, okay? I'll write out the ingredients. I don't have my glasses on, but I'm pretty sure this is a 15-ounce can, and this is a 22-ounce. So plenty in this. You can use that as well. Whatever cream of coconut of your choice, okay? All right, let's get this mixed together, locked in. Oh, might want to plug it back up. I had unplugged it in between. So we're going to start off on low because we just want that to cream together. Let me turn you down just a little bit. I see just a little bit more of this down in the can, so let me get that too. It's not going to take long to cream that all together, and then I'll show you what it looks like. And like I said, I know that there's a video already. I know there's a video on my page already of me making this cake, but I thought for my new followers, so you didn't have to go and search for it or whatever, I was going to be in the kitchen making it anyhow, so I would just set my tripod up, put my KitchenAid mixer over here, and do it with all of my new followers so that you could see start to finish. So all I'm doing is mixing the cream of the Coco Lopez cream of coconut, mixing it well together with the sweetened condensed milk. And as you can see, that's what it looks like. And this right here will go into the cake itself. When it finishes baking, I will poke holes all in it, and I will drizzle and pour this into each of the holes and then around the edges of the cake, and then I will poke the holes while it's warm and pour all this in here. But it will completely cool, and then we'll come back and we'll put the topping on it together, which my topping is just going to be Cool Whip and sweetened coconut flakes. That's how we finish it off, is we top the top of our cake with our sweetened shredded coconut, okay? You can use whatever brand you want, but I can tell you when it comes to these coconut flakes, the Baker's really is the best coconut. Okay, so guys, this will just sit here till the cake comes out, and then I'll come back and we'll move to the next step together. Okay guys, our cake is out of the oven. It baked at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. Toothpick come out completely clean. So now we are going to poke some holes. I'll grab my wooden spoon. And then we're going to drizzle it with the cream of coconut and the sweetened condensed milk that we mixed up together earlier in our video. So let me angle you down so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just poking holes all over the cake so it can absorb all of that cream of coconut, and then the cake will soak it all up. I'll let it completely cool. It'll need to completely cool after I pour this cream of coconut in there before we do the topping. I think my neighbor is going to absolutely love her birthday cake. And then I will come back with you guys when it completely cools, and we will finish the topping with the Cool Whip and the sweetened shredded coconut. And we'll be finished, and I can serve her her birthday cake tomorrow. Okay, so this is the cream of coconut that we mixed up earlier together in my KitchenAid stand mixer. And so I am going to pour it all over the cake into the holes that I just poked. And remember, guys, I told you that we're infusing the entire cake. Every layer that we do, we're infusing it with coconut flavor. In the cake batter itself, we used coconut oil, we used coconut extract, and we used coconut water. And then now we're doing the cream of coconut and the sweetened condensed milk. And we'll let this sit and absorb every drop of this. I'll come back with you and we will finish this cake. And it'll soak all that. When we come back, you'll see that most of this cream of coconut will be gone because the cake will absorb it up, okay? So I'm gonna let it completely cool, then I'll be back with you. Okay, guys, as you can see, the cake has absorbed all of the cream of coconut. And now we are going to take our Cool Whip and we are gonna cover the top of our cake. Now this is a large container, and I will only need about half of it, about an 8-ounce container of Cool Whip. So we're just going to cover the top. We're going to spread it over the top and smooth it over all the holes, just from side to side and corner to corner, just making sure that we've got the whole cake completely covered with our Cool Whip. Okay, we've got all of our cake covered with our Cool Whip. And guys, now what we're going to do is we're going to take our Baker's sweetened shredded coconut flakes, and we are just going to cover the top. Just completely cover the top with our coconut. And guys, this cake is just delicious. As you can see, we covered the top. And hey, now we're ready to just pop the top on it. Get ready to serve it to the birthday girl on tomorrow. And here it is. Guys, I know she's going to enjoy this. Happy birthday, neighbor.